Shalom. I want to start by giving all glory and praises to the Heavenly Father, the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. The true name of the Heavenly Father, his name is Yahweh, and his Son, his name is Yahweh Shai, who dwelt in called Jesus Christ, who is King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, and the living Savior, the elect. The elect being 104,000 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the chosen people of the Heavenly Father, the Most High, Yahweh, the Hebrew Israelites. And could double honors my apostle and always got millstones of my old pastor, and also the outcome from his truth, I say the water. Peace and salutations to the electronic across four corners of the earth in his word, no station truth, and also the confusion of faces, I say Shalom. So this video is going into Jacob's trouble, which is a prophecy that Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is going to bring up on this earth, which also means is death and destruction to 2/3 of our people. Primarily, man, that's why it's called Jacob's trouble, because it's targeting you Jakes, man, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. And that's the judgment of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai upon his people, man. Because ultimately you're just indulging in wickedness, man. Being in this world, being in this kingdom, Babylon the Great, we're exposed to wickedness, man. And 2/3 of our people are influenced by that wickedness, man. That's why Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is gonna bring judgment on this place, man. I'm gonna get close, which basically goes into the type of things that Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is gonna do to 2/3 of you people, man, for your wickedness. I'm gonna start with the book of Jeremiah, 30 verse 6, and it says, "Ask ye and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins, as women in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness." Verse 7, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it, is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it." Verse 8, "For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I'll break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers no more serve themselves with him." And go up to verse 7 and break it down. Verse 6 break it down. It says, "Ask ye and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as the women in travail, and all faces are turned to paleness." And this is basically describing the impact, the effect that Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is gonna have upon these people, man, in that day of great tribulation, of great death and great destruction, man. Ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hand on his loins, as a woman in travail. See, man, because no one's gonna. 2/3 of our people are not gonna be prepared for that time. They're not gonna expect it, man. Because I believe the scripture in Matthew basically goes into how people are just in mirth, man, just partying up, man, giving hand in marriage, and all other things like that, man. So they're not gonna expect it, man. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 3 says that the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai is gonna come like a thief in the night. So you people are not gonna see it coming, and that's what Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai wants to happen, man. Because you had the opportunity to come to the truth, you had the opportunity to adhere to the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, to seek the Most High while you may be found, as it says in the book of Isaiah 55 verse 6 to 7, and you didn't, man. You continued to partake in wickedness, man, as it says in 2 Ezra chapter 9 verse 9. Therefore you shall know by pain, man. That you shall know. Let me get that scripture right now instead of just paraphrasing it. The same must know by death by pain, because you had the opportunity to come into the truth, but you didn't, man. You wanted to continue in adultery, getting shape ups, worshipping Serapis Christus Jesus Christ, relying on a so-called white man for everything, when in actual fact you should be relying on Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai for everything, and all things. But that's why you're gonna be destroyed, man. So I'm gonna start with verse 1. He says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest parts of the signs past, which I've told thee before, then shall thou understand that this very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shall thou understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as for like as that is made in the world have beginning and end, and the beginning and the end is manifest, and end is manifest like you. Even so, the times also the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works, and end in effects and signs. And everyone that should be found saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith wherein ye believed. Because that's how we're going to be saved, man. That's how Yahweh Shema Shai is going to deliver his people, man. The elect, 100,000 men. He's going to deliver them through faith, man. Because, of course, scripture goes into how faith is shown by your works. It also boils down to faith, man. If you really believe in Yahweh Shema Shai, because you can do as many videos as you want, man. But without having faith, man, it's void, man. Because when Esau comes to you with that chip, that mark of the beast, man, and tells you to take that chip, or else your family's gonna die, or if you're gonna be decapitated, man, then you're gonna know if you really had faith in Yahweh Shema Shai, or you were just in this truth just because you weren't brave enough, man. It says verse 8, Judgement verse 7, and everyone that shall be saved, being elect, and shall be able to escape by his works, by faith whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land, wherein my borders, for I have sanctified them from me from the beginning. It says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which thou have abused my ways, and I have cast them away, despitefully shall dwell in torments. So that's what's gonna happen to 2/3 of our people, man. They're gonna be in pitiful case. For such in their life have received benefits, have not known me, and they that have loathed my law, while they yet had liberty, and yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know through death by pain. So that's what's gonna happen, man. Go up to Jeremiah. Verse 7, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. Even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. Yet he is talking about the elect, the 100,000 men, the men who are written in the book of life. So I'm going to go to the next scripture. Daniel 7:1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, will stand for the children of thy people. The children of thy people are the Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. And there should be a time of trouble, being Jacob's trouble, such as never since it was the nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that should be found written in the book. That book is the book of life. Maybe read that again. And at that time shall Michael, son of the great prince, return for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never since it was the nation, even to that same time. To the times that we're coming into right now, man, it's not going to match with any form of tribulation, any form of judgment that Yahweh Shema Shai has brought upon this earth. Sodom and Gomorrah is not even gonna, it has nothing on Jacob's trouble, man. Slavery doesn't have anything on Jacob's trouble, man. The times that we're coming into now, Yahweh Shema Shai is gonna go all out upon you, Jakes, man. Because when he does, that's gonna be the end of wickedness, man. Righteousness is gonna be established, man. And that's basically the final judgment, man, for the Israelites. And at that time, my people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be from around into the book of life. I'm going to go to Ecclesiasticus. Chapter 39, verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are go over vengeance, bringing their fury low on sore strokes. In the time of the destruction, they have pour out their wrath, to pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So yeah, man, Yahweh Shema Shai has spirits, man, whether it be through a person or whether it be through an animal, man. That spirit that Yahweh Shema Shai has created, man, is gonna bring judgment upon you, man. There be spirits that go with vengeance, reaching their fury lay on sore strokes, and in a time of destruction. They brought out their force and appeased the wrath of him that made them. So, yeah, man, a lion can come up, can run up on you, man, and just kill you like that, man. Because when the economy crashes, man, there ain't gonna be no police officers, there ain't gonna be no government or anything, man, like to save you, man. It's just gonna be a man for himself, man. You're just gonna be seeing wild beasts, man, just on the streets, man. You're gonna see everything. You're gonna see cannibalism, like everything you wouldn't imagine would happen. It's gonna happen, man. Your greatest fears are gonna be made manifest, man, in that day. Leviticus chapter 26 verse 22. I will also send wild beasts among you, which shall rob you of your children and destroy your cattle, and make you few in number, and your highways shall be desolate. So that's going into more judgment that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to bring to you people, man. And the Most High is known as the King of Terrors, man. When Hebrews, Al-Shadja, it was a terrible demon-like power, and you people are gonna know in that day. I believe in just in Joshua chapter 9 verse 9. It goes into that we've heard the fame of him. Basically, going to the judgment that Yahweh Shema Shai did in Egypt, which I'll get, Lord willing. But even that time is not going to match up to what's going to happen now. It's Joshua chapter 9 verse 9. And they said unto him, from a very far country thy servants are come because of the name of Yahweh Shema Shai. We have heard the fame of him and all that he did in Egypt. Basically going to the judgment, man. Sodom and Egypt, man. Because Sodom and Gomorrah, man, that place was wicked, man. Sodom and Gomorrah, that's America right now, man. Spiritual Egypt, man. That's just everything which is happening right now. As the scripture says, there's no new thing under the sun. So everything that happened in the past is here now, man. So I'm gonna go to the next scripture. It's Amos chapter 5 verse 19. It says that woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, to when is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned on his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. So yeah, man, you're not gonna escape that time, man. If judgment is, if death is your destiny, man, you're not gonna escape that, man. And one other thing, man, you got these right now in the news. You got this coronavirus thing, and you got people wearing masks and all just trying to prevent them getting that disease. But one thing you got to realize is, if the Most High wants you to get that disease, man, you're gonna get it regardless, man. Because the Most High, he's in control of all things, man. You don't have free will. If the Most High wants you to get that disease, you're gonna get it, man, without a doubt, without failure. I believe there's scripture in Deuteronomy. Chapter 32 verse 39, it says, see now that I am he, and there's no God with me. I kill, I make alive, I wound, I heal. Neither is there any that can live at my hand. So the Most High is in control of all things. And if he wants you to die, man, you're gonna die, man. And just there's no way of preventing that, man. You're not the Most High. And just face your judgment, man. Next scripture. Amos chapter 6 verse 9, and it says, and it shall come to pass, if there remain 10 men in one house, that they shall die. So that's basically going to as I said, judgment, man. And that's pretty much this last scripture I was gonna get at this pertaining to this topic. Yeah, man. I'm gonna end off there by giving all glory and praises to Heavenly Father the Most High. Yahweh Shema Shai. Hope this is edifying. Slack if I was rambling on or starting my words. I hope this was clear and edifying. Shalom.